Tina got rid of Google Infinity Assets LLC business profile, trying to hide that low rating from previous tenants, saying something is mentally wrong with her, saying she lies and they had to take her to court. I see why. All she does is lie. I kept the reviews she tried to delete. If you type in Google Infinity Assets LLC, Google reviews are gone. Tina Eisler had something to hide because other tenants exposed her crazy deception and lies. One of the reviews Tina tried to delete from tenant name Amanda F. that will be read aloud below. If cannot read small print, it is visible to read but will be read aloud. Can follow along throughout review the tenant. Amanda wrote regarding Tina Eisler from Amanda F. 2 years ago. One of the reviews Tina tried to delete from tenant name Amanda. Review from Amanda starts here, is what she said in her Google review that Tina Eisler tried to hide. The former tenant said this in her review. She, as in Tina, recently bought an apartment building I was living in. After 2 months of her owning the unit, she gave me 30 days to be out, even though I was paying rent on time and never been behind. I started moving and had majority of my big furniture out, and the next day, without permission or keys, went into the unit and threw away all of my remaining belongings, including my unborn baby, ultrasounds, and belongings. Mind you, I had till the 31st, and she threw my stuff out on the 10th. Still fighting her for my deposit back. Taking her to court for my loss of wages since I had to call into work to get my remaining belongings that I could get off a trailer that she had for the clean-out. Very unprofessional and rude as a person. I do not recommend dealing with this woman and her unprofessional ways. She is money hungry, and that's all she cares about. If I could, I wouldn't give any stars. Second bad review under Infinity Assets LLC. Tina tried to hide from Google reviews, removing the entire business profile, but I kept everything. Sneaky, lying snakes throw stones and hide their hands. I keep proof and have cameras too. If I had seen these reviews, I would have never moved into this constant mess. Lying landlord and wild neighbors disturbing from the beginning. Tina hid her reviews because she's clearly desperate for more tenants and cannot have outspoken blacks around who call out her lies. Regarding how my apartment was very dirty when I moved in, she promised it would be cleaned, but it was not cleaned. Chipped paint, a bathtub with slow-draining sinks, stained wood floors, dirty walls, countertops coming apart, and wood slabs from construction workers laying on top of cabinets. I told her about it in the beginning, and the wood they might need is still on top of the cabinets. This place was not cleaned. The oven cleaner could not remove all the stove and oven stains. It looked like the oven had never been cleaned since it had been in this apartment. Even the way Tina showed me the apartment, it was very dirty. She had clothes on the floor, and it was junky and dirty like her car, which had junk scattered all over. She is as tacky and unprofessional as a nasty landlord. Having kids is no excuse for your car to have trash all over it. I appreciated her showing me the property, but she lied, saying my apartment would be cleaned, and it was not cleaned at all. It was filthy, just like the inside of her car. Junk everywhere. Most of the junk inside my apartment was gone, but it was still dirty. Maintenance never replaced the air conditioner filters or anything. No one around here does their job. The bathroom was falling apart, with pieces of chipped old bathtub paint coming off. This place had parts of the counter coming off from day one. Tina cannot blame me for any of this, but my apartment still stays clean because I had to clean it. She will find any excuse to not return the deposit. I said this to her, and then Rosalind Gully mentioned eviction because I said Tina is racist. Tina was mad I exposed her deception and lies. Vindictive people do retaliation evictions. These white tenants actually break rules. I simply wanted to confirm the strange man at my door from downstairs, but the neighbor below me and Tina lied and said I harass neighbors. She cannot prove on camera that I harass neighbors because she's lying. She told lies to the veteran case manager and Section 8 lady. Tina Eisler is a habitual liar. This will be uploaded on many platforms, so she cannot hide the truth. I mentioned more details in a video regarding how after I exposed everything, she was being vindictive as expected. Evil people hate being exposed. Christian Mothkovich's review on Google for Infinity Assets LLC was removed when Tina took down her entire profile to hide the low rating, but I kept it. Second review from a former tenant named Christian Mothkovich. Tina also tried to hide this second bad review. Can read along of what the tenant said about Infinity Assets LLC. Can follow along here is what Christian Mothkovich said in his review. Expect their maintenance to break into your apartment when you're gone. Additionally, you'll never see your deposit back. I will go on to the third bad review. Tina tried to hide following this one. Third bad review regarding Infinity Assets LLC that reflects Tina's low Google review rating. Tina Eisler didn't know I have so much more proof. Many of them haven't been seen, but some things will be shared here. Can follow along with the third review from a former tenant named Joshua Menchaca. 4 years ago, he wrote, and as you can follow along regarding his review, he wrote on Google Reviews. I kept it because I knew Tina would try to hide anything that exposes her true character. Joshua Menchaca says, as you can follow along in his review regarding Infinity Assets LLC, he said, "We'll never do business with Tina Eisler or Infinity Assets. She asked for ridiculous deposits. It's Illinois law that a landlord doesn't charge you if they are able to fill the lease, which she filled immediately after we moved. Tina kept my deposits, never fixed things that should have been fixed, and only called in the 6 months to try and extort us for money we already paid. I think there's something wrong with this woman mentally because she forgets lots of important information. Slumlord. I recently purchased a home and will never rent again, especially not from Tina."